It's The Local Show on News Radio 570 WSYR, a service of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now, your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to The Local Show, the 2022 Early Winter Edition. I'm your host, Tom Soccocio Jr., along with my friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. On The Local Show, we have conversations about local business with business owners, CEOs, CFOs, entrepreneurs, civic organizations, nonprofits, business advocates, and other business-friendly organizations. We talk about how they got into business and why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You're going to hear all about their successes, their challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We're broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studios, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. Crisp fall day.
Why'd you do that? Why did you have to do that?
I had to do that.
You did it because you knew it was going to blow me up.
Yeah. Well, it's got kind of cold out there.
It's still fall.
Haven't turned on the heater myself, the furnace. Yeah. I run the, what do you call it? Electric.
The other thing.
The other things, yeah. Those little electric fireplaces that we have, which is all nice.
No, it's coming. It's coming. What are you going to do? Enjoy it while you can, folks, because.
Got to cut down the, I got to go outside and cut down all the, what do you call those? I want to say perennials or what?
Your neighbor's pool?
Yes, my neighbor's pool. I'd like to cut that. Boy, they're making good progress on that.
That's good. You're talking about plants, yard plants.
The yard
seasonal
plants,
and non-seasonal yard stuff.
And I got to cut them down so that, they come up.
Oh, I got to do that. No, I don't have an apartment. No, actually, I don't do any of that, Tom.
You just have it all taken care of.
It's drive people.
You're one toe away from the old folks home.
I am 2 toes. I am maybe. Okay.
We can put you there too. Well, look, we got a great show for you, folks. Stick around for the entire 2 hours. We're going to have some gripping conversations with people like Matt Mallory. He's the owner of Mallory Unlimited. And then Josh Lang stops by from Redeemer Church. And then John Tamino, co-founder of In My Father's Kitchen. We'll have a good conversation with him. Joe Scrippa will stop by. He's the owner of the Scrippa Group. We'll have a real estate conversation with Joe. And then Brian Dumond, president of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. Maureen Davison is the shelter director at Humane CNY. Lynn High is the chief development officer of the Food Bank of Central New York. And then Shelley Skripnichuk is the owner of Danzer's German and American Gustav. That's a restaurant for those of you keeping up.
I was waiting for you to say that word. I was waiting for you to say Gustav. You didn't let me down.
The Gustav. Well, that's what's on the paper. So right now, we're going to talk with Matt Mallory. Matt Mallory is the owner of Mallory Unlimited. Good morning to you, sir.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, thanks for being here.
Tom, it sounds like a place that would, preserve ducks or something.
Yeah. Well, Mallory.
It sounds so.
You know what I remember about Mallory, because I was an electronics guy, growing up.
Let's see if he knows his history.
Mallory batteries.
No way. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do you have to do with that? Is your name at all connected to that?
It is.
No way.
Yep. Yeah, family history. I don't claim any money from it. But, no wealth and fame in that case. But yeah, it is.
It's related to it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, give us your background and maybe a little history on that family name.
Sure. Well, I mean, on MalloryUnlimited.com, the website, I basically spell that out. What's in a name is the page.
Oh, okay.
And we go into that. We go into the shipping industry and the hats. The fedora hat was invented by the Mallorys too.
No kidding.
Yep. So Mystic, Connecticut, and
Did they invent the long rifle? Anything there?
That would be, kind of interesting, right?
Just saying,
for sure. No, but a long line of entrepreneurs, I guess. It's just an entrepreneur by heart. So, Mallory Unlimited, we do the farming aspect under Mallory Markets. We got a little farm stand and bees and chickens, and we're going to get goats in the spring.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Mallory properties, we have a house on the property that we rent out on Airbnb in Verbo. And then the training company is my big thing, PS and Ed, public safety and education, and travel the country, teaching
classes. For what?
For everything: rifle, pistol, shotgun.
Okay,
sensor tactics, taser, pepper spray. I'm a self-preservation instructor, as I like to name myself.
Okay. So has self-preservation become more top of mind since Biden got in?
So that's a snarky question. I loved it, actually.
Well,
we just didn't he just say the other day he's going to take all of our assault weapons?
All the guns. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He can't define one, but that's
he
okay.
doubled down on that.
Well, the good thing is he's going to forget by the afternoon.
Yeah, he won't know.
But yeah, it has gotten busier in that sense nationally, with me traveling, certifying instructors locally because of the new CCAA law that the governor kicked into high gear.
What is that?
The Concealed Carry Improvement Act.
Okay, right. I gotcha. Right.
Go ahead. Tell them what they've won.
Oh, yes. Sensitive locations. You can have a gun unrestricted, but you just can't carry it anywhere.
I see. Right. So you can't go to Wegmans if you're concealed carry.
Definitely not. They're anti-gun, so they're not going to put a sign up that says you're allowed to come into their establishment. I guess Tractor Supply did put a sign up, so kudos to them. They're one of the first national brands that have done that, so that's good. But yeah, it's going through court. Hopefully it'll get to the Supreme Court quicker.
Didn't it get kicked aside a little bit already?
So Judge Scuddaby did rule that it's on a lot of the portions of it are unconstitutional, a lot of the sensitive locations, but he also gave the state 3 days to appeal it, which they did Monday. The AG appealed it Monday with like a 168-page appeal.
Okay, so they were prepped. They knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah. They were well ahead of it. And then so now they're just waiting on that judge to either throw out Judge Suddaby's, or not throw it out, but to put a stay on Judge Suddaby's ruling. If they don't put a stay on it, well, then some of the stuff's going to be put off until it gets actually through the court system.
So what should a responsible gun owner be allowed to do or not do?
Well, first off, I say get educated, right? Be educated on the law, regardless if you agree with it or not. You don't want to get caught up underneath these politicians' vendettas and their mindset of making it safer or unsafer or whatever they think. The fact is that it is law, and you don't want to be charged for something, especially gun related. And it's by design, the state has made it a felony, Class D felony, if you're caught in a sensitive location. So literally you walk into a store that doesn't have a sign that says you can have a gun, and you've got your legally concealed handgun on you, and somebody sees it because you bend over or you reach up to grab a box of cereal. And even though you're not a serial killer,
right?
Somebody's going to think, oh, my gun, and they call the police, and next thing you know, that could be a Class D felony, depending on how aggressive the DA is in the county that happens in.
So this is Supreme Court bound?
Definitely. 1,000%, unless the state decides not to appeal it at some point. But I guarantee you, GOA. I mean, I'm in close contact with the attorney. I've had Eric Pratt, the owner of Gun Owners of America, on my show, Meet the Pressers. Another thing I do, I forgot to mention that.
Okay, great.
Meet the Pressers. We interview people that shoot guns.
And where does that air?
It's Zoom, so it airs on. It's we record it on Zoom, and we also use StreamYard to record live shows. But it's on YouTube.
Good.
Yeah, YouTube, all the social media.
So people can find you on YouTube.
Yeah, Meet the Pressers. Okay. But we've had Eric Pratt on the show, and he's the owner of Gun Owners of America, and they will run it all the way to the Supreme Court. They have the funds, they have the backing. They're going to do all the way to the Supreme Court, guaranteed.
If someone wanted to legally, responsibly protect themselves and have a firearm, what's the process? And are you involved in that process?
Yes, for sure.
So explain that to us.
That's predominantly the biggest thing I do is teach people how to shoot guns, but also the classes to be able to apply for their pistol license. So if it's rifle or shotgun, there's not as much that's needed for that. The handgun, there's a lot more. Now, especially after September 1st with the CCAA law, you have to do 18 hours of training, which I teach. I was the first one in the state to put that course together, publicly put it out, and I was the first instructor in the state to hand out the 18-hour certificate to any New York State resident and the first New York City resident.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I think one of my students just replied back and said she got her unrestricted license from Seneca County, and I was the first one in Seneca County to hand a Seneca County resident a certificate. So kind of neat. Nice. But anyway, so there's training involved depending on what people are looking to do. But I always tell people, the Second Amendment says well-regulated, and well-regulated means, in my mind and a lot of people's minds, educated, trained, right?
There you go.
Government shouldn't mandate it, I don't think, right? I'm opposed to the government stepping in and saying, well, you must do training. I'd rather have people say, no, I don't know what I don't know. Let me seek out that training. Just like driving a car. You go to somebody who knows how to drive a car to learn how to drive a car, your parent or whatever. Same concept.
Absolutely. MalloryUnlimited.com. That's where people can see all about you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, MalloryUnlimited.com. Get signed up, get hooked up with Matt Mallory. Thank you for all you do. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you have a great rest of the day.
You as well.
Coming up next, we're going to talk with Josh Lang. He's a pastor at Redeemer Church, the Syracuse campus, and he's going to be right here on the local show on 570 WSYR and 106.9 FM.